Yo, what's up, y'all? It's the MMA Analyst coming with my recap of UFC 96. First of all, let me get this out of the way. The video is gonna look real nasty, and you know, I figure if the card was gonna be nasty, then the video is gonna look nasty. You know what I mean? Um, the card was not all that. We all know that. It was definitely not not great. Let's start right from the top. See what's going down. First of all, it looked like Dana White was serious about his Machida title shot. Like they made it very clear. If Jardine wins that fight, Machida gets a title shot. They talked about it all night. I still think somehow they would have found a way if Jardine won that. They would have been like, oh, we made a mistake. I don't know. But it looked like they were serious. It looked like Machida would have got that title shot, but Rampage won. Rampage Jackson won. Basically, I believe it was 2 rounds to 1, 29-28 on the scorecard for two guys. And then Cecil People gave 30-27. First round was, questionable. Who knows who won it? It was close. But Rampage didn't look good. Jardine he never looks good, you know what I mean? Like he might win fights and he'll do very well. You know what I mean by looks good, right? Like Jardine looked good, but he never actually looks good. You know what I mean? Um, Rampage looked good. I mean, looked not good. Jardine didn't look good and also didn't look good because he's got that double thing I was just talking about. But both guys were gassed by the end of the second. By the end of the second round, third round, Jardine, his like craziness, like the one good thing about that is when he's gassed, like you're like, is he gassed? Because he kind of looked like that in the first, but maybe he's gassed. You know what I mean? But nothing really special happened in that fight. Rampage knocked him down about maybe 3 times. Jardine, you know what I mean? Like, look, I don't know how many times it's gonna take for me to learn. You know what I mean? These guys are all professional fighters at a certain level. You know what I mean? They're not like I'm talking about Jardine and Rampage. Jardine hung with the top, Rampage hung with the top, and when they fight each other, you know what I mean? It's gonna be it's gonna be like a hang with the top type situation, and you know what I mean? It's just crazy. I always think something's gonna happen and it's just gonna be a blowout, which it could be, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's just not gonna be that blowout you thought it was gonna be, because these guys are out there. Jardine was doing his thing. I was worried in the fight. I'm like, damn, Jardine's doing his thing. If he keeps doing his thing, Rampage is gonna lose this fight. So mad props to Keith Jardine. Um, he was in Cranked. It looked like Crank Part 2. First of all, non-MMA related. Crank 1 was one of the worst movies of all time. And that like sex scene outside the bus with the Chinese people or Asian people, Japanese, whatever it was, that was the worst scene in movie history. In movie history, not a worse scene than that has been created. Although the Watchmen dudes tried. All y'all going out to see Watchmen, go see it. But that movie is trash. Just putting it out there, y'all. It's not a movie channel. Watchmen was terrible, and don't tell me about the comic, the graphic novel either. I don't want excuses as to why I moved. You know what I mean? I don't care what the graphic novel was. The movie sucked. 3 hours of doo doo. Anyways, back to MMA, y'all. All right. Keith Jardine, he's probably gonna get his rematch with Griffin's gonna get his rematch against Keith Jardine, maybe. Who knows? But Quentin Rampage Jackson is going to fight Rashad Evans. And listen, everybody out there, this is not a racist thing, but it is a race thing. A lot of people are not going to be ready for what is about to happen, okay? This is Keith Jardine, he's got lots of confidence. He's often cocky, very showboat type guy. And he's black. All right. Then you got Rampage. And again, y'all, I'm just telling it like it is. Just warning some of the people out there. Rampage, very funny, outgoing, confident, sometimes cocky, and also black. Both of them want more money. The championship will equal more money. Y'all saw a little bit of it, just a little, when they had that mic in the middle and they were on each side and they were talking and talking and talking and chatting and chatting. That will not stop. If you guys don't like cocky, confident fighters, this is going to piss y'all off. Me, I love it. When you got somebody like Rampage, who was a top fighter, top 3 in his weight class in the world, and you got somebody like Rashad Evans, who's a champion, undefeated, handling his damn business. Those types of guys, when they talk trash and do their thing, I love that type of stuff. If you're a bum and you go there and fight and you get knocked out, great, get the hell out. But when it's top guys talking trash, that Floyd Mayweather type trash talking, what I mean? MMA has not seen what's about to happen. The level of trash talk and the level of like cocky, confident black dudes going at it on the mic has never, ever happened the way it's about to happen with Rampage and Sugar Rashad. It's going to be entertaining to me. Some of y'all are not going to like it. Rashad is probably not going to get any new fans based on what I think is going to happen in the next month or two. But, hey, man, like I said, I'm going to love it. Let's move on. Shane Carwin versus Gabriel Gonzaga. Look, what I say. I was 9 seconds off, man. I mean, I got the fight wrong in the end, but I said Carwin will win this in the first minute or the third round. And Gonzaga will win it everywhere in the middle. End up, I was 9 seconds off. Gonzaga got caught with a very short, very powerful straight. I think it was a right. Basically knocked him out. Damn, Gonzaga. Damn, dude. You shook the dude up. You know what I mean? You hit him good. Got him down. Your jiu-jitsu, you were on top in a half guard. Didn't throw one strike. Didn't control the body. Like, you did nothing right in that situation. Like, let me clean my glasses off, even though, y'all can't see how bad it is. It looks like I'm looking through a snow globe or something. Gonzaga, you got on top in half guard against the cage with your black belt jiu-jitsu, and dude just stood up. That ain't cool, man. You've been taken off the Lesnar list. The list of people who can likely beat Lesnar has gotten smaller. What's up for Gonzaga next? I don't know who Chet Congo's fighting next. Handle it. Shane Carwin, congratulations, you won. And I would like to see Shane Carwin fight Cain Velasquez after Cain Velasquez most likely finishes Herring, or what else? There's a few half decent options for Shane Carwin. You know what I mean? I would even like to see him fight Pat Barry just because I like Pat Barry's style, even though he should be fighting at 205. Anyways, Gonzaga, dude, you had your chance. Pete Sell versus Matt Brown versus Yves Levine versus Using Your Common Damn Sense. What the F was that? Alright, basically break it down. Pete Sell comes out with the game plan. Get kicked and punched in the head. Matt Brown comes out with the game plan. Kick and punch dude in the head. Yves Levine comes out with no game plan. So, Pete Sell, he's successful with his game plan, gets punched and kicked up in the head, no kind of offense, no real defense. Matt Brown's like, okay, I've hit a punching bag before in my life. I've kicked a punching bag before in my life. This is about as easy as it gets. Pop, 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 pop. And then Yves Levine jumps in like he thinks it's like hopscotch or skip rope, and he jumps in kind of like it was, I don't know what he was thinking. He jumps in like, stop the fight. And then guy gets up, and he's like, oh, my bad. Okay, continue the fight. Now that, come on, y'all, that is bad. Like, I was on the ground, like, laughing and crying. Like, that was horrible. Yves Levine, what? Look, and then he let his ass get beat for a minute, like real bad. And his mouthpiece got knocked out, and he let him get kicked all up in his face, punched all up in his face, just blasted for a good minute too long. It's like, dude did everything wrong. He had like a semi-early stoppage, then he had a late stoppage in the same fight, but then he had a half stoppage. Dude, Eve, come on. If you come out and you jump in the way, you hold on to the dude and say, stop, stop, don't. And then you say, go. Matt Brown was upset. Then Pete Sell came out sounding like Sylvester. AJ, I just wanted to. Man, that dude needs to stop fighting. And I'm not talking about because he looked horrible in this. He's like 1-4 in his last 5. I'm saying that because he needs to keep at least being able to talk or something. Matt Brown, you know what I mean? Toughest man on earth, handle his business. You know what I mean? He hit that punching bag hard and good and knocked him out twice. Matt Brown should get 2 wins for last fight. And he also should maybe get like extra points for not trying to knock out Yves Lavigne for making the worst decision. It's probably gonna be the dumbest decision, the dumbest move by a ref in 2009. And I know it's early, but that was real bad. But then again, Dan Miragliotta has a lot of time to do something dumber. All right, so Pete Sell, please, Dana. You know what I mean? I'm not for people getting fired and not being able to work, but please, Dana, why is he on the main event, the main card? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Matt Brown, give him another fight. You know what I mean? The dude is, you know what I mean, he is like Sylvester Stallone, and the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Chuck Norris and Fedor all wrapped in one. You know what I mean? So when somebody's that vicious and that deadly, they need to just keep fighting. So, give him somebody. Let's move on. Matt Hamill versus Munoz. So dude said Munoz. That's what he kind of said. Munoz. Yes, there it is. Matt Hamill looked good. He came out. Matt Hamill was real, like maybe too calm. He was like, I don't know what he was listening to in his head, but it wasn't like hype up stuff. He was like, la la, I'm in a fight, walking up, na na na, though. Like he was going like real slow, like real calm, stuffing takedowns. Like the way he was calm that's how I feel. I'm calm now. His calmness was contagious. He was just like, I'm in a fight. Oh, there he is. Oh, he went for a takedown. Let me stop that. Oh, let me try and throw this kick. Bow. Munoz, he had no business being in there. Whenever he got up against the cage, he would turn so basically he was like turn his ear to the cage, and his defense was just to kind of like look away, like, oh, hopefully I'm out of his range, like like he can't hit me if I'm not looking at him, like, oh, he wouldn't hit me now, would he? Because I'm not looking at him. He just kind of be like doing this, and dude's right there, and he's like don't hit, oh, you can't. Oh. And then he tried the wrong way and got clocked. And that was it sounded bad. It sounded bad. Nice knockout for Hamill. Guys, please do not take this in any kind of disrespectful way. Alright? I'm saying this with straight face, no smiles. Look. Okay? This is serious. I know Matt Hamill speaks English. Look, I'm not making a joke. This is serious. So I'm going to start it over. I know he speaks English, and I know it is his only language other than the sign language. Okay? But dude needs a translator. Straight up. See? No jokes. I'm not making jokes. You know what I mean? He needs a translator. When he's out there, he's saying his thing, he's signing. I don't speak sign language. You know what I mean? So when I can't sign, so when he's doing all that, I don't know what he's saying. And then a lot of the times when he gets real, excited, which I'm happy for him, you know what I mean? Some of the words are a little too blurred together for me to understand in while he's all in the heat of the moment. So it would not hurt, you know what I mean? Especially if I'm at a gym with all my boys and we're all listening and he's real hyped up and amped up and he's going crazy and maybe he's putting the words together too quickly for me to understand. No jokes, all right? Cool. I don't want any kind of hate mail, you know what I mean? Because that's not what I'm trying to say. Just help us out. Get dude a translator. All right. Munoz, I don't know. Maybe he's gone. Gray Maynard versus Jim Miller. I mean, at least I got one fight really right. You know what I mean? Maynard was just too big. His striking was actually pretty good at the very beginning of the fight for like the first 35, 41 minute type section. It looked like, uh-oh, you know what I mean? Miller's hands looked good, but then he got busted in his eye. His whole face was red. It was like, if you looked at it from over here, you'd be like, oh, he's winning the fight. And then if you look from over here, you're like, oh, this dude is not even alive. He got his face ripped up, cut under the eye, on the eyelid, under the eyebrow, nose probably broke. I think he got a canker sore in that fight. His whole face on that one side was jacked up red. And the other side, it was like crispy over. It was cool, you know what I mean? But over here, no, he looked like Two-Face. He got his ass whooped. Gray Maynard looked good. He stayed undefeated. Yo, man, move him up the ladder. Give him somebody, you know what I mean? We already know what the situation is, you know what I mean? Like, the official gatekeeper for 155, unfortunately, and by gatekeeper, I mean the guy that's good, and he's better than most, but not as good as the others. And if you can beat this guy, then you know you're better than most, and we'll see how good you are next. That guy is Joe Stevenson. Unfortunately, he just came off a loss. So they're probably not going to go Maynard versus Stevenson next. But, you know, something like that would be a good test. Move him up the ladder. Jim Miller, give him another fight. He's a tough guy. All right, undercard. Tandem McCrory. He handled his damn business. First round, TKO strikes. We all saw it. Madigan didn't really look like he had a shot out there. Sorry, dude. That's that. Congratulations, Tamden. Kendall Grove versus Jason Day. Kendall Grove won, and I always love his Tito Ortiz hybrid celebration thing. You know, so I do like when he wins because I like to see all that and he's doing all types of craziness, and I'm like, what is this dude doing? I like that, but he looked ugly though. He won the fight, but it was an ugly looking fight. He looked like his kicks looked bad. He looked good dropping them. I think it was elbows on the ear. Like he effed dude's ear up. Tim Boach versus Jason Brills. You know, Jason Brills won the fight. He won 2 out of 3 rounds. Easy decision. Boach won the first round. Sloppy fight. Let's just move on. Brandon Vera versus Mike Pat. Another fight, you know, they said, Brandon, if you don't whoop this dude's ass, you are in serious problems. That's what he did. He came out, he said, F all that, I'm going to just beat up his legs. And he beat up both legs. Brandon Vera looked real gripped, like right now is the weight and the size and the ripness and the speed that he should be. He looked like a kickboxer again. He said, F MMA. I'm a kickboxer, and I'm gonna kickbox this dude's knees and legs and thighs, and I'm gonna bust his ass up. And that's what he did. Mike Pat, I don't like to call everything else the minor leagues, but back to the minor leagues, dude. And while you're there, do some sit-ups. No disrespect. Aaron Riley versus Shane Nelson. The premature stoppages need to stop. That's all I'm gonna say. Aaron Riley won the fight. Shane Nelson won the fight. If you guys get a chance to watch this, the premature stoppages need to stop. So I'm gonna say it one more time, because it's getting worse. The premature stoppages need to damn stop. What's Lyoto Machida gonna do next? I don't know. Not a title shot. Rampage won. He's getting his shot. Again, y'all, Um, for those who don't like cocky, talk trash type fights and fighters, this is not for you. This fight is not going to be, you guys are going to be pissed. There are going to be lots of guys out there who just can't wait. Like, oh, I can't wait for somebody who doesn't talk trash to be a champion again. Because this going to get a lot of dudes' blood boiling. The card was not that good at all. UFC 97 is going to be amazing. At least it should be. Why did they give Frank Mir the mic for so damn long? My goodness, that dude just talks so much. It's like, well, I wanted to fight, and I wanted to be 100%. And, well, and it's an injury that's always happened, and, it's always been there, but I've let it go, and it's finally gone, and the doctor told me this, and I was saying to the doctor, well, and my options were this, and I could potentially do this, but I don't want to do this against that guy because, I want to give my all, and I don't want any excuses. And last week I had, for lunch, and on Monday, I had a sandwich. For dinner, I had soup and steak. The soup was tomato. And they were just talking forever, dude. It was out of control. It's like when he was doing those things. I'm just rambling now just because I got nothing to do till 3 o'clock when Dream starts. So, sorry. You know what I mean? It's like when he was on the Ultimate Fighter TV show as the coach. Or I don't know what exactly happened. But at some point, he was doing like an advertisement type thing for the video game, the War video game. And they kept talking to him. And he kept giving his opinion on the video game and its likeliness and its reality, how real it looks compared to real war. And he was talking like he had been to war. And I'm like, dude, you are not a veteran. You did not go to any war. I mean, you've been in some wars, but not the type of war you're talking about. He's like, it's just so realistic and the blah blah blah. And back when I was in Nam, I remember when someone so, and it's like, really, the two people I don't like listening to talk. Frank Mir, I don't know, and Frank Mir, like he gets like the top two spots. That dude's annoying listening to talk. Maybe I'm annoying to listen to as well. Who knows? You know what I mean? But that dude is annoying. Like he's a good fighter. You know what I mean? And you know what? And he's good when he talks. When he does the play-by-play and stuff, he's good at that. So maybe like because he's good at that, it's assumed that he's also good at just talking about other stuff. But nah, man. I'm gonna be like Randy, a little pitchy, man, a little pitchy. Anyways, y'all, I don't want this video to look like it was real long. When in reality, I was just talking stupidity for like 15 minutes. Stay up if you can for Dream. Stay up. Don't go to sleep and dream. Stay up and dream. Because MMA is important, y'all. Peace.